Here we go. Going to check out Bond Brook recreational area. It's April. It's raining. I want to do some top rope soloing, and I got a little spare time, so I figured I'd come check this place out. The parking lot's closed right now. So you cruise up the road here a little bit. I'm here checking out the Bond Brook recreational area in Augusta, Maine. I'm parked on the side of the road here, and just pulled up here to do a little climbing, a little top rope soloing. The cliff is right up there. You can see it right from the road. Kind of a slippery walk up here. It's steeper and kind of leaves on mud right now. It's a little bit difficult. Very quick approach though. Got this great big overhang here. And then up it goes. Kind of a cool little spot. I wish it was drier out. But again, it's in Augusta, Maine. It's on Mountain Project for sure. All right, I don't know if you can tell, but it's definitely starting to rain harder and harder. I was just looking for a little outing, but I think I might just chill out here, enjoy the rain, and maybe come back another time and climb. Let's see. Well, it's the next day and the rain has stopped and the cliff looks pretty dry. So let's take a look at some of the gear I brought along. It's hard to be a climber and not be a gearhead. So let's look at some of this. All right, so here's my pile of crap. I always pack way too much. So anyway, I've got this, just to kind of go through what I bring up here for top rope soloing. I've got this Black Diamond. That's my pack. Not a big fan of it. It's awesome, but I really like Black Diamond stuff, but it's just got all these, like, I don't know, it's got all these extra little ties like everywhere on the pack, and it's a lot. Got some snacks right there. My harness, chalk bag, my shoes, my dome, my rope, which is entirely way too long for this cliff, but I'm looking to do some climbing later. And then I brought along this little piece of foam here. That's for basically top rope soloing. Your rope ends up not moving across the edge of a cliff, so you want to have something to protect it, and that's what I brought today. I've got a variety of just stuff to make anchors, extra stuff. There's a quick draw that I use in the top rope solo system. These are the kind of the bread and butter here. This is the camp lift device, so it'll be my primary locking device. And then I've got right here, I just picked these up, Camp Peloton, I think. Photon, sorry, Peloton, like I'm a biker. I don't know anything about road biking. Anyway, the Camp Peloton, Photon, they're really light and awesome. Then this is my backup device. I really like this little guy, the Kong Duck. It's just a little camming device. It'll be my backup system. Then I've got the Gree 2, really like that. I had a Gree Plus, not a big fan of the Gree Plus. This is my backup. I always carry a backup rappel device. The reason being is because one time I dropped one, and yeah, I don't want to get stuck doing that. I'd just rather have another one with me. This is for my auto block, so I can escape the system. If I climb this cliff, I'm not going to get stuck on. But if I do get stuck and you're top rope soloing, you know, you're by yourself, so you definitely want to have a way to get out of the system. And this is also for me to get out of the system. This is a Petzl Connect Adjust single. They make double versions. They make 3 versions, I think.
So anyway, that's a pile of my gear. The other thing I'd say is, you know, let someone know that you're climbing or out and about on an adventure of your own. I sent a text out to a friend, and so they know where I'm at in case I, you know, don't get back home. But literally, my car's there. I think the most dangerous part of today, literally, is this climb up. It doesn't look very steep, but like I said yesterday, it's really slippery coming up here. But anyway, I'm gonna set up my system and give it a whirl. Here at the top's kind of cool. Got a chain and a little belay ring there, which is kind of helpful. You just kind of work your way around to get up here and kind of skitter your way up around the cliff. A guy told me one time, if you ever fall, like when you're, you know, approaching like that, to spread eagle on the ground because it is so slippery. Again, it doesn't look in the video, but if you spread eagle kind of on the ground as you slide, you're bound to catch a root or a branch in the crotch or somewhere, something to catch you up so you don't slide all the way down the hill. All right, I'm gonna set up a bit. All right, so someone had put a chain around a tree, so instead of just slinging their rope around the tree, I kind of set up a way overkill anchor there with the webbing I've got. I'm gonna try to go here. I just want to get over to this. Someone very coolly put up a little bolt there. Where is it? All right, with my foot there. See that right there? So I'm gonna redirect this so I can just, again, practice my top rope soloing on a cliff face that I know is well below my capabilities as a climber. All right, so I've got my anchor kind of, or my rope kind of redirected for this climb I want to try, and I've got that piece of foam there, just kind of keep the rope from going back and forth or rubbing on the edge there. When you top rope solo, the rope's not going to move. I mean, it could bounce up and down and it could go across that serrated edge, but it's going to be one point on the rope, right? That point, you can see it where it bends over the top there, above my carabiner. That is the point where all that pressure is going to be. So you definitely want to protect the rope because that's your single point. Everything else, you've kind of got backups on, except for right there. And whoop-de-doo. See if I can hold my phone. There you go. Oh yeah, there's my, I want to show that too. I have this, again, Petzl, I forget what you call it, adjust, connect, whatever it's called. I put it through my two loops instead of my belay loop because my belay loop is going to get really cluttered. So well, too cluttered for my liking. So I just want to attach it to the two loops. I guess that's just my choice. I don't know if it's right or wrong. I'm sure someone has a problem with it. I don't know. All right, so I've got the rope set up. One thing about top rope soloing is you've got to have a weighted rope, right? So you want to have something at the bottom that's not terribly heavy. I've heard in the 5-pound range. I've got this bag with a little clove hitch there. I guess I'd probably prefer to use a locking carabiner so it wouldn't somehow come off, or if I pulled up on this, if it would, like, you know, hit the cliff or something. The rest of the rope is stowed in the pack. I'm noticing something I don't like about this pack already, again, is that, again, with all these danglies off here, what can happen is if I'm climbing up there and I need to pull this rope up, any of those danglies can get caught on roots and rocks and, you know, all sorts of garbage, caught on the cliff edge right here, right? Anything like that. And I think a bag with, you know, you're already trying to manage your rope and all your gear. The last thing you want is that thing to get caught up on something. So I just kind of tucked it up. I don't foresee a lot of issues on this particular belay stance because, well, there's just not a lot of roots, but a bit of an overhang right there to watch out for. Yeah, something to think about. One thing you want to do top rope soloing is take a sling, put the tab in the back, put your arm through one side of it, and then on the other side, just fold it one time, twist it one time, and then put it there. And then what that does, it creates Go across in the back. And then what I'm gonna do is take a quick draw and put it through there. That's gonna, this end of the quick draw, I'll show you in a bit, is gonna hook into my primary belay device. So it pulls it up with me. The primary belay device, if I were to fall, is in my belay loop. So right, the weight, if in an event of a fall, is gonna go into my harness. All this is doing is help pull that device with me as I go up, so it tracks it up with me. Otherwise it could, I don't know what it would do. It would just sort of like get caught up with your secondary device down below. So I'll show that in a bit. My secondary device, which I'm actually gonna put on first, is the Kong Duck. I love this little device. Got a little cam in there. See that? It's spring loaded, so all you do is really just kind of pull out and then swing it down. And then that just goes on the rope. Flip it back, just make sure it's seated in there. And then once it's seated, go ahead and clip in. Sorry for my camera angle there. Again, it'll just track up the rope as you go. So in case of fall, it locks, right? If you want to let it down, just pull up on the cam and slide it down. And before I put on my primary device, I like to make sure that that's kind of slid down and out of the way. This is the camp lift. It's going to be my primary safety device here climbing today. So the plate just opens up. You can see I've put the rope through there. This, when it's open, you can pull, you can actually, it's hard to do one-handed, but you can push. See how I'm pushing it with my thumb? And that will release the rope. But when it's closed and seated in there, right, I'll be clipped into that. It locks. And then to put, if you were to, for some reason, want to push it down the rope while you were clipped in, or even like this, you can just push it in and slide it down into place. And then I'll clip in through the two plates. All right, once I have my primary and secondary devices in there, again, there's my primary, that's the lift, and the Kong Duck down here. When I climb, I want this to track with me. So again, I talked earlier about clipping that quick draw into, you know, into this sling here. And then all I do, sorry, I got out the angle there, is take this and clip it into that carabiner. All I'm doing again is pulling this up. As I climb up, this sort of tugs down from my chest and keeps separation between these two devices. Otherwise, if this one lags, what ends up happening is that sort of gets locked up in there. I guess it's not the end of the earth, but it just kind of increases rope drag. So again, you can do a quick draw like that. Another way that I like to experiment with is actually put the quick draw through it like that, and then come snap it like that. Again, all that's doing is keeping that separation between the two. And my belly keeps the two apart, kind of stuck in there. Well, it was a fun day here at Bond Brook Cliff and Wreck area. My phone's kind of pooping out on me. I had some clips I wanted to show about how to escape the system, some more climbing videos, but again, my videos aren't working for some reason. Please take into account that climbing can be dangerous. Please hire a certified guide, like in the state of Maine here, Ryan Howes from Northern Vertical. Or get online if you're an experienced climber and you want to try top rope soloing and check out some videos. The system I'm doing here today is very similar to some I found online. But I guess I just wanted to try it out for myself. I did try it out, just so you know, the last couple days, once on flat ground, once hanging from a rafter in my house. So I had some chances to try out the system as well as the escape part of it, again, which I didn't get to show today because my videos are not working. Anyway, thanks for checking out my videos, A Mile in Jake's Boots. Please share them, and if you ever want to get out climbing as a group, get a hold of me. I'd love to go climbing anytime. It actually started snowing here just a bit ago too, so rain or shine. See ya.